Welcome back. All right, today I'm going to talk about my title is buy these three multi units and you may be set for life, at least financially. All right, so without further ado, let's get the show rolling. All right, here we go. You are the feel, the proud, the motivated real estate Marines. Okay, some of you may be too young watching this video, but I think several decades ago, the Marines have done a lot of mainstream commercials. The few, the proud, the Marines. If you don't remember, Google and YouTube, right? Anyway, there's a reason why I mentioned this information because I myself, not I was not in the Marines. I wish I were, but I was in the U.S. Army active duty from 1980 to 2002, 22 years of total service active duty. And of course, I retired several decades ago, so I have a lot of good experience. By the way, I was a chairborne ranger. Ha! Chairborne. Get it? Yeah, that's why I was a finance clerk. This is a long time ago, several decades ago. But I was a desk clerk doing financial stuff for the military. But anyway, I have other occupational jobs while I was in the military, but I'll spend time on that on other videos perhaps. But there's a method to my madness. All right. You can potentially achieve not only multi units, you can achieve multi units of income strategies. Okay. Notice I repeat this 3 times. You're not buying a fourplex just to buy a fourplex. You are buying for maximum value. What I mean by that? Stay tuned, right? This potential fourplex, that's all you need is 3. I don't know how long it's going to take you. It may take you 1 year to buy. It may take you several years to achieve these 3 properties, but it is not going to be cheap, right? You got to have the capital. Some of you can do 1031 tax-deferred exchange into these multi-units. Some of you have cash available. Some of you may have even some IRAs and previous employer 401k you have with the other employer. So you could also do that, right? You could do financing with your regular cash, conventional loan, 25% down payment to buy these fourplexes. So you can do your IRA. You don't have to do with the full IRA. You can do with 70% down with the self-directed IRA, and a non-recourse lender will give you the other 3% non-recourse loan to leverage your IRAs. Okay, all right. This is sort of an advanced strategy. I have other videos to talk about self-directed IRAs, but just access my YouTube channel, you will find those related information. But let's pursue this. Let's move forward. Your real estate empire starts here because these 3 fourplex I'm going to show you momentarily in more detail. You could potentially house hack, right? If you don't know the word house hack, again, watch my other YouTube videos. Better yet, you could put your email into our website below this or the description and sign up for our free real estate investing newsletter. Put your email on there or on my website, and you will be part of my network of a real estate investor community, and you will find more about these kind of strategies. But house hack is an amazing starting point to achieve multi-dimensional wealth. Okay, so you can, if you buy this potential 3 fourplex, you can also, in addition to the house hack, you can do short-term rentals, long-term rentals, and mid-term rentals, because these 3 houses, these 3 multi-units are located in markets where you could do the traditional way to do is long-term rental. Okay, you buy for the long-term rental. Don't get me wrong. Okay, down the road, should you choose to do, you may convert some or all of these doors into mid-term rentals or short-term rentals. But your primary goal is buy and hold turnkey investment properties, regardless of where you live, and let the property management do all the hard work for you, so you have very minimal time spent to so-called manage your portfolio over time, over the years. Okay, trust me. Not only that, these locations have active duty, major military installation presence. And of course, a lot of these units you can rent to military active duty soldiers. But okay, multi-dimensional, multi units, income stream, multi. Did I say the word multi? All right. So here are some of the list of things you could achieve if you would buy one, two, or three of these fourplex units in three different locations. You can, again, some of this terminology is way over your head, but again, you have to do the work, you have to do the homework, you have to commit to a daily discipline and become educated and become informed. Again, our network will help you get informed, get educated, and so you could learn all this kind of strategy. But from high level, I only have time to discuss some of these great high level benefits of, of if you pursue this particular strategy, which is you can use cost segregation, or you can potentially become a real estate professional tax status, which is REPS status, whereby your passive income, your depreciation can offset against any and all active income. So you can drastically reduce your taxes from a huge high tax bracket if you're a high income earner to down to a minuscule tax bracket. So amazing tax strategies. Some of you may qualify for the real estate professional tax status. Most of you don't, but it's okay. It's okay. You do the cost segregation tax strategy. And also, again, some of the doors you can accumulate from these fourplexes, you could convert some or even all of the doors, depending on the location, depending on what neighborhood, depending on whatever. You could achieve short-term rental tax loophole. Okay, that's all I need to say. Okay, I'm giving you the tidbits. And of course, just by having 4 doors on each building, you right off the bat, you can achieve multiple streams of income. If one unit of the 4 units on each building are vacant, you still have the other 3 units. You're collecting rent. You're collecting rent income. All right. Again, down the road, but your primary goal once again is to just do long-term rental, 1 year annual renewable lease. That's the main core of your business model. But again, if you have the time and the effort and the energy to do medium-term rental or short-term rental, some of these locations that I'm going to talk to you about may have this type of strategies. See? All right. And all these locations have a robust military bases. The military bases will provide you endless supply of high quality military tenants. And the location I'm about to show you, where these properties are located, or happens to be in one of the fastest growing markets in the country. How cool is that? All right. So the blueprint is, again, some of you may have heard about multiple other strategies on buying rentals or whatever, but I'm focusing on what I'm focusing on. You buy new construction, not resales, not 50-year-old houses in the Midwest. I'm not saying that is bad, but I'm just showing you my strategy. That's all I'm showing, okay? And you can agree or disagree of my methodology. But with that in mind, okay, let me keep going. The fourplexes, the quad I'm going to show you are all new construction. New constructions have better locations, higher quality tenants. Some of them will stay at least 2 or 3 years. All right. And then as a result, you have very low maintenance costs. These locations are not in flood zones. They are away from the hurricanes. There are no HOAs because these are not condos, and low insurance costs. All right. And in the case of Florida and Texas, there are no state income tax. It happens to become a principal owner. If you live officially in any one of these 2 states, no income tax, right? They'll save you some more money. Texas and Florida are as a landlord friendly state. Okay. That's very important. And again, I said it before, these places are emerging markets. They are in the path of growth. They have the very important metrics, which is low affordability, entry level homes, entry level fourplex units. Okay, so you can cash flow at 25% down payment, right? So again, a lot of this builder will give you a builder rate buy down to as low as 3.75% first 10-year fix, or 4.5%, 30-year fixed rate mortgage for investors, which is amazing, right? Amazing builder incentive. And 210 builder's warranty, once again, right? Anything break down to those cosmetic things inside the home, they will fix it for free. And the roof, the foundation, is a 10-year warranty. The builder will guarantee that. See all this great, amazing incentive, which may go away very soon once the market continue to pick up the way it is, as we're seeing mortgage rates continue to come down for the remainder of 2024 and into 2025. Who knows, right? If the mortgage rate come down to the mid 5%, then I'll feel there will be a floodgate of buyers or people getting off the sidelines, and because the supply of inventory is constrained, to say the least, and demand will shoot up. Consequently, we can have a lot of competition, a lot of bidding wars. Now, to what extent, we don't know. However, so right now you're buying with very little competition. You can negotiate for a lot of great deals currently as we speak. Right now we're moving into the last quarter of the year, September, October, November, December. So a great time to get in front of the crowd. We have no competition, so there's somewhat of a buyer's market. So great deals right now before the floodgate opens. You do not want to follow the herd. And of course, we talk about here the locations I'm about to talk about. Maybe 1/3 of the potential renters are active duty soldiers. The others are regular tenants. Of course, because I'm a finance clerk in my military days, that's what I do, right? Just a coincidence that I happened to, when I was in active duty as a finance clerk, 73 Charlie finance specialist, in case anybody wants to know. Or you're renting to a sergeant, E5, E6, with 3 to 5 years of service. They have 1 or 2 or 3 dependents. They have a basic allowance to allow you to cover. Don't worry about the amount, because the basic allowance for housing is a tax-free allowance they get, the active duty soldiers get, will more than offset to pay your gross monthly rent for your units, okay? And of course, their paychecks, the active duty paychecks, are not impacted or not affected, because they will preserve their paycheck, but the military, the government will give them extra tax-free housing allowance to pay your rent. And the average stay of a duty station for those soldiers, at least 3 years if you're married, right? So potentially, if you own this property long-term, which I think you should, if you own this property long-term, the best case scenario, you can have an active duty soldier family gonna rent this one unit. If each family rent for 3 years at a time, in the next 10 years of each of your unit, all you have is a maximum of 3 total tenants. Is that amazing? How cool is that? And finally, military makes the best tenants. Why? They're subject to Uniform Code of Military Justice. If they screw up on their paying their rent, all you gotta do is go to their immediate commander. Hey, your soldier is not paying rent, and they will get into trouble. I'm not saying military tenants are 100% guaranteed, not at all. There are some soldiers that for humans are humans, right? Soldier or not, some will screw it up and they mess it up. But for the most part, if you compare the military tenants to the regular tenants, I take the military tenants 9 times out of 10, and twice on Sundays. Because again, been military for 20 years, I know the culture, I know the behavior of a military soldier. Okay, so anyway, again, I'm not gonna go over the numbers. Okay, this is somewhere in Texas. Okay, would you venture to guess where it is? It doesn't matter. Look, if you have the money, look, I don't know who you are. You can be any investor, whoever you are, you qualify, right? And I have to expect most of you are savvy risk investors. Otherwise, you wouldn't. You need to come up with a $300,000 down payment, right, to buy this brand new fourplex somewhere in Texas. Could be where? Could be in San Antonio, right? Or you can house hack, right? We mentioned about a house hack. You can house hack meaning you live in one unit as a primary home. The other units you rent it out for tenants. There are 3 ways to house hack, right? If you have the motivation and the commitment to do a house hack, you live in one unit and have the other tenants pay you the other unit. There are 3 programs available. I'll talk more about it in other videos. You can house hack using FHA 3.5% down payment and the Fannie Mae 5% down payment and the 0% down VA loan program, which, by the way, I have used this VA loan program multiple times over my 20-year investing experience. All right. Anyway, so again, this is a great property in Texas. New construction, as I said, good cash flow and everything else. Okay, and the another properties in Florida is fairly expensive, 800, 900K. New construction also located, spill the beans. Again, there's a major military base, Mayport Naval Air Station, are located in Jacksonville. Our builder and our property manager in this location, they have a connection that they're coordinating with the on-post military housing to provide endless supply of active duty soldiers to rent this unit. Oh no, I know I've been talking about military tenants, but there are other regular tenants are able to and more than able and willing to rent your tenants. Okay, military tenants, I believe, maybe around 20 to 30% of the tenant base, if you will. Just so you know. Of course, the builder here, they'll give you a tremendous amount of incentives, such as a 4.75% 30-year fixed rate mortgage, which is amazing for investors. As a result, you can cash flow a lot more. In this case, $1,000 monthly net cash flow. But you have to come down with $257,000 down payment, right? It's not going to be easy, but some of you can do it. So you experienced investor, you can do it. But again, if you want to occupy these houses as a house hack, you can put 0% down, 3.5% down or 5% down payment and live in one unit legitimately, at least live in one unit for at least 1 year and have other 3 units to pay off most of your mortgages. I'm not saying all, but maybe 75% of your mortgage and debt obligations on a monthly basis with your 3 remaining tenants, and all your total out of pocket is probably $1,000 out of pocket by doing house hacking. Okay, again, some of you are thinking, "Oh, Mr. Yu, you're going overboard. I don't understand your explanation." But again, do some Google research about some of the terminology that I've been using, and better yet, sign up for my email below on my website so you can become a free member of our real estate investing community. And in your email inbox, you will get consistent, daily, great information about all aspects of real estate investing directly into your email inbox so you can continue to learn about how these strategies apply to your situation. Okay. And of course, the final fourplex I'm going to show you, also in Texas, new construction, only $545K, a very good rental situation. Okay, I'm not going to go over the numbers. The numbers are extremely off the chart. Okay, again, you can digest this on your own. I don't have that much time to explain, but just look at the big picture. You will see the value of this brand new quad, if you will, fourplexes in these 3 locations in Texas and Florida. And wow, amazing. So the last few minutes remaining, I'm going to reiterate, which I have done numerous times before, that when you own any rental property, a lot of people do not understand or know, especially if you are a newbie, especially if you are a rookie, you may not understand. But let me preface that by saying that anytime you own rental property is history's most attractive, powerful, and proven multi-dimensional real estate investment asset class. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Because you make money 4 ways. You get cash flow, little bit of cash flow the first year, but don't sweat it because over time, things will change. It takes time to make money in real estate. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It'll take 10, 15, 20 years to see some substantial improvement. So cash flow, tax benefit, appreciation potential, and using the power of leverage. So all those aspects. And in fact, a lot of people don't know it. And even some savvy investors are not even aware of this particular slide I'm about to talk to you about because it's above and below the water. Above the surface of this iceberg is what you clearly see visually is come into your pocket. Those are your rental income, your cash flow. and the appreciation, right? You see the appreciation and equity growth of your property over time. But what's below the iceberg? What's below the surface that many of you does not even appreciate? Okay. See, 60% of your returns are below the surface. You can't see visibly. See the iceberg? They are depreciation. They're using leverage. You're using leverage. 75% of your property is financed by a bank, by a lender. Imagine that. No other asset class can provide you that. You only put 25% down payment, right? Or if you have a self-directed IRA, you can do 100% IRA cash, or you can do 70% down payment on the self-directed IRA and 30% non-recourse loan to leverage the remaining value of that particular property. I know I'm talking a lot of advanced strategies, but bear with me. Of course, we all know about equity appreciation, principal pay down, right? Principal pay down, your tenant going to pay down your mortgage over time. As a result, the equity continue to grow year by year from year one all the way to 30 years, right? So when you get a loan, you have a debt, right? You have mortgage debt, but the tenant consistently will pay down your loan. Is a inflationary debt situation. Great under the surface, below the iceberg, wealth building tool. Equity growth, principal pay down of the loan by the tenant. Your fixed rate 30-year mortgage will continue to decrease. And depreciation, different people have different tax benefits. I'm not a tax advisor, but some of you qualify for certain tax benefits, some of you not. But that's beyond the scope of today's presentation. But also cash flow increase coincide with inflation, right? Inflation will increase your rent. Inflation is your friend. Inflation will increase your equity growth of your property. That's how it is. Okay? That's the long-term growth. And finally, maybe not finally, and wherever you're located in the country, it doesn't matter. You can do it. All right. Of course, this is what I do. Right. This is my information. Feel free to contact me if you wish to venture into my coaching and mentoring service. And so I know there's a lot of information to digest. At the end of the day, not everybody can do it. Right. You have to have the capital. You probably need to do a 1031 tax-free exchange to some of you. Some of you. You have a lot of IRAs. You can convert the IRAs to buy these multi-units. And of course, the rest of you just use pure cash down payment from your buckets of money. Hopefully, you have saved up over the years to qualify for the 25% down payment. At the end of the day, hey, all you need is 3 houses, 3 multi-units, and hold it for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and you're set for life. I know everybody's situation. I know everybody's goals and objectives are different. But I'm just showing you one of many ways to do this. So hopefully you'll receive a lot of value from this presentation. If you have, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And once again, also to put your email into my email inbox at the bottom of the description and comment below also about what you think of my strategies, where you're living, what's your strategy, can you do a house hack? That's what I do. I have done a number of house hacks myself using a 0% VA loan because I'm a digital nomad, if you will. I can work remotely. I can call anywhere in the US, my home, which I've done over the years, not only my active duty days, but after I retire, I still do house hacking. I still leverage using my 0% VA loan. What a lottery. I won the millionaire lottery by virtue of being in the military service. At the time I was in active duty, I have no clue that years down the road I'm able to parlay the military benefits of using the VA loan to leverage my own real estate portfolio. And you can too. You can also do it. Right? Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.